Welcome to Appraisals on Design Santa Barbara. Today on Design Santa Barbara we have two different textiles. One is from the west, one is from the east. And they have very similar characteristics, and actually they were built for the same reason. But completely different location and completely different techniques. Let's start with this one first. This one is Italian-German needlework. It's woven in the late 17th, early 18th century, well, circa like around 1700s. It is on a velvet background. It is cotton and linen and has metal threads. These are all gilded metal threads. If I were go to wash these, they will get a lot golder in tone and they will get brighter. But then we will lose a lot of this velvet. The velvet has survived for 300 years. I don't want to touch it. And a lot of collectors like him actually the way they are, originally the way they are. If it's bright and shiny, it's like getting an old table and polish it and sand it. You don't want to do that. You want to keep the old stuff in the original shape. Most likely it was made for religious purposes. Maybe it was made for an altar, maybe in a church, maybe was made to have hanging on a wall behind the priest. A lot of them were made actually into clothing that the priest used to wear actually. But this particular one, as you can see the design and the shape of it, it was made to be as is because it's complete all four corners. This is a beautiful metal needlework. It's just beautiful. You gotta feel it, you gotta touch it. Unfortunately, on TV you cannot get the feel of it. It's beautiful. It has beautiful design and very well preserved for its age. The other one is Uzbek Ikat. Ikats are, I've been doing this since I was a little kid. I don't want to say it's 50 years, but it's close to that. Ikats are one of those things in textiles that I do not really grasp how can they do this thing, because what they do is, it looks like a tie-dye, but it's not it. So what they do is they have bundles of silk and they dye them before they weave it, and hence these designs create. This particular one looks very modern. Think about it. If you hang it on a wall in a frame, it could be a modern art. It was done most likely in the 1880s, so it's 140 years old. It is Zafferan. The gold is Zafferan. The background is again a bog dye, is a crimson. And here in the North America we have cochineal. Cochineal probably we are more familiar with, is again a bug that they get a squeeze and they take that dye out of them. This in that part of the world again is north of Hindu Kush mountains. So this thing you get the crimson. Crimson gives this beautiful color and it is dye fast. They don't dye that fast. It's woven in 3 panels. It has a beautiful Russian print in the back, and that indicates the age actually, at least. It is all complete and is made of silk. And silk in this area is not that prevalent because again, these are mostly tribal people, and to get silk you need to be able to grow it, you need to harvest it, and it takes time, and these people 6 months, they're in lowland, 6 months in highland, they don't have time to do this. It's a beautiful piece and is woven, I think it's Uzbek. Turkmens and Tajiks and Kyrgyz do this as well, but this particular one looks Uzbek to me. Beautiful piece, 140 years old. This is twice that age. You'd be surprised, there are a lot of them are affordable nowadays. It looks expensive and out of reach, but they're beautiful decorative objects as well. This one I value in today's fair market value for $3,000. The Ikat, again, in today's fair market value between $3,000 to $4,000. If you want to see it, please do come to Santa Barbara Design Center and I gladly show it to you. Feel it, touch it. Textiles have a soul to them. Unless you see it in person or touch them, you don't grasp that importance or that attraction that they do have. Anyway, this is Appraisals today on Design Santa Barbara. Looking forward to see you next week.